Welcome to Suite 303. I'm your host, Jay Stoyan. We're very excited today as you are watching the high-profile show on the Disability Channel, and we are very excited today as we have a full-packed show today. Look at our screen. It's wonderful. We have the team from Youth Connect on, so we're really excited. We're going to showcase awareness. We're going to showcase abilities. Hi, guys. Everybody say hi. Beautiful. This is wonderful. So we're going to go through the list. These guys are great guys. They showcase Halton. They showcase news, gaming, music, entertainment, animals, books, movies, everything. So it's really exciting. What we're going to do is we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to be back with our pal here, George Chavallo, Canadian champ, as we're going to interview Aiden. Now, Aiden is the producer for the Youth Connect. So stay tuned. And we'll be back in 2 seconds with Aiden from Youth Connect.
Hello world, it is Unstoppable Tracy with the Disability Channel inviting you to subscribe and watch live on Roku TV, on YouTube, on Restream, and also listen in Wisconsin Radio, Dave Stevens, all around the world. And on top of all of this, really proud to announce that we now also have a mobile app. So you can download for free, watch Roku TV for free, and the mobile app is free too from Google Drive. Be sure to download it and have it at your fingertips at all times. There's a job platform, and there's a live chat feature, and there's the TV feature with Roku TV, and there's also the social media channels. Take care, folks. Bye for now.
Welcome back to Suite 303. I'm your host, Jay Stoyan, and on the show today, we have the team from Youth Connect, and I wanted to introduce Aiden. Aiden, thanks for being on the show today. He's the producer of the team, so awesome job. Thanks, Aiden.
No problem.
This is great. So we know, again, you're the producer. We were talking to your team off camera. Very exciting. You guys do wonderful work. We were watching your clips. You got a great team. So positive, and I know you guys showcase Halton. But rather than me speak, Hayden, why don't you tell us what you do, and then we can sort of filter out to the rest of the team. So we're really excited to introduce the producer of the show, Aiden.
So I just want to say hello, everyone. Thank you so much. You know what? As being part of the Youth Connect, I usually talk about the video game news and talk about actually also one Halton news, because it's always important to have not just in one specific area. Make sure to have it inside, have it locally, and it's always nice to discuss and always, have such a diverse selection of news reports, because everyone here at Youth Connect all participate and they all share something.
That is so great. Now, I know that you talk about Halton, so you're talking about the news and you talk about gaming. Now, can you tell us maybe something that really interests you with gaming, and then maybe something that's very exciting about Halton that you could share today or in the past, if you would?
Well, I have to say that honestly, for gaming, it's a really good thing. I got to say that, gaming is a very widespread thing. A lot of people play video games, and it's quite a interesting thing for people with disabilities and people who are neurotypical as well, because honestly, it's helped calm people. It's also been used as a learning block for learning. Sometimes it teaches code. There's so many different categories for video games, so there's so much things to talk about. And Halton, Halton is where I live, and a lot of viewers are from Halton, so sometimes they want news specifically from Halton. So honestly, it's important to have these two things because they're so important to people.
Can you tell our viewers maybe two great things about Halton that you like? Well,
that's great. You know what? I myself am an artist, so I love sharing. I love how creative the community is, because I've gotten a lot of creative ideas from Holton, and I've gotten so many unique things to you know what. Sometimes when I'm driving down, I always see lots of stuff painted on the side of Holton. Sometimes, like I remember I visited Burlington, and on the wall it was painted, and it was beautiful, honestly. But and also sometimes in Holton in general, there's so many unique things of Holton that make it so special. And painting in Holton is beautiful as well, because there's so many unique. There's so many nature in Holton is so calming, because nearby me I have a beautiful spot that locates over, and you could see the river just flowing, and during the fall all the trees change color. So there's so many beautiful spots in Holton, and you know what? The people in Holton are so nice. I love my neighbors, and I love everyone that I meet in Holton, because you know what? It is such a welcoming community. It is so welcoming. Great.
Well, I know there's lots of horse farms in Halton too. Like there's lots of horse farms, which is great. I mean, everybody loves horses. So I want to move it forward. Tell me quickly now, what are your responsibilities as a producer for the team, Aiden? What do you tell our viewers exactly what you do from week to week?
Here's the thing. That is a big list. But if we really want to really just get into confined thing, I got to say that really being a producer, you got to make sure that, well, for me, I have to make sure my photos and videos are set. I got to make sure that the community is sometimes, well, before we switched to a new platform, we switched from Zoom to YouTube, but before we had to make sure no technical issues, make sure all the cameras are charged, make sure that we have moderators to watch the chat.
I think this is great, Aiden. That is so cool. And I love the pictures behind you. You got a lot of nice artwork behind you. If people want to find out more information about you, because what I want to do, because I know we have 4 other guests, your teammates, so I want to bring them on. So if people want to find out more about Youth Connect, or if they want to get involved, if they want to support your platform, is there a website or a link or a Facebook page or anything they could go to?
So obviously, as I was saying before, we have a YouTube.
Okay.
It's called it's on the Project Autism website.
Okay.
Or Project Autism YouTube. And basically I think we were going to start an Instagram as well. But you know what? We're getting ourselves out there. We're still starting, obviously. We don't have, like Twitter and Instagram and all that. But honestly, we're going to get to that. But we need people to moderate that as well, because it's a lot of work to host to have a profile, because I have an Instagram account, and I have to make sure, like, you got to post daily things. You got to make sure your subscribers to your Instagram account is engaged. So you got to make sure they, got to keep your audience intact. You got to make sure that they are, you don't lose them. You don't lose their focus, because sometimes you're like,
That's great. Well, I just want to tell everybody today you've added a new platform called Restream. So we're very excited to have you guys on today. What we want to do, I want to thank Aiden for telling us all about his exciting platform, his teammates, himself. What we're going to do, we're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to come back with team member number 2. We're going to come back with Joshua. He's going to tell us a little bit about world news, and we're really excited to hear about animal news. So stay tuned, and we're going to come back with Joshua in 2 seconds.
Out of the night that covers me, black as the pit from pole to pole, I thank whatever gods may be for my unconquerable soul. In the fell clutches of circumstance, I have not winced nor cried aloud. Under the bludgeonings of chance, my head is bloody, but unbowed. Beyond this place of wrath and tears looms but the horror of the shade. Yet the menace of the years finds and shall find me unafraid. It matters not how straight the gate, how charged with punishments the scroll. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul.
Welcome back to Suite 303. I'm your host, Jay Stoyan. We just had on a producer from Youth Connect, Aiden. He told us all about the details of putting the show together, his personal interest, and a little bit showcasing Halton. So we want to thank Aiden. Now we want to introduce Joshua. Joshua, thanks for being on the show today. We really appreciate it. Can you hear me, Josh?
To be here. It's great to see you, Jay.
Thank you. I love your background. Look at your suit. You're looking good too. Thank you so much for dressing up and taking the time to be on our show today. We're very excited for this opportunity to interview you.
Thank you very much, Jay.
So, animal news. Let's get right into animal news. Everybody's an animal lover. I'm a dog lover. I own a dog. Tell us some exciting things about your animal history and why you decided to cover animals, Josh.
I recently reported on the people rescued thousands of endangered turtle because of a freezing temperature. It was great to see all the community coming together to save animals. Our audience really loves the animal news.
That is wonderful. Now, do you own any animals yourself, Josh?
No. I walk the dog with my neighbors.
Oh, really? That's great. That's great. Now, you also talked about world news. So can you tell us what some of your interests are when it comes to world news?
With the pandemic forcing us to keep to ourselves and be isolated, Youth Connect is an outlet for me to express myself. Being a broadcaster has always been a passion for me. I grew up watching the news with my parents and often find myself copying the broadcasters. Youth Connect allows me to do what I really enjoy and at the same time still help other youth be connected to the community.
That is wonderful. Can you give me a little bit, like just a personal perspective on what you're thinking about COVID right now, Josh? What do you think? How are you dealing with it personally?
I wanted to stop. I want to go out and see my friends.
Yeah.
But it's very hard for me because stay home. But every time I do the Youth Connect, I listen to the 6 a.m. news reporting on the radio, and I hear one of my favorites, Alex Bloomfield, reporting, and it's an inspiration because it's great to be with Aiden during the Youth Connect. It's with the team.
That's wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing. Like, that is so important. You guys are doing such great work for our community. Do you have let's get back to the animals a little bit. So when it comes to animals, do you have a favorite? Do you have a favorite animal? What's your favorite animal?
Dog.
A dog?
Yeah.
And what would you name a dog if you had? What would you name your dog?
Dexter.
That's great. Now, when the weather was good and the world was okay, did you used to go to the zoo? Like, did you go to animal petting farms or anything? Like, how did you get so interested in animals?
Yeah, I enjoy it. You
did, eh? Well, that's great. So every week you come on now, Joshua, and you talk about world news and you share some tidbits about animal news. Is that right?
Yeah.
Well, that's great. We're really looking forward to hearing more about you because I know our platform has a lot of animal lovers. So maybe you could connect with them and give them updates or, information. You could educate them. Maybe you can connect the animals together too. That would be great.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much for being on, Josh. What we're going to do is we're going to take a quick break and then we're going to come back with Nabraz and he's going to tell us all about entertainment, books, and movies. So stay tuned and we'll be right back with Nabraz. Thank you so much, Josh. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Are you currently on the Ontario Disability Support Program? If you're interested in social media marketing, TV production, podcasting, and or getting off assistance, contact Jay Stoyan at 647-339-6847 or jay@thedisabilitychannel.ca. The Disability Channel, showcasing abilities.
Welcome back to Suite 303. We just had a wonderful guest on. We had Joshua on. He talked about world news and animals. We all love animals. He's an animal lover. So that is very exciting. And what I want to do now is I want to introduce Nabraz. He's another valuable member of the team of Youth Connect, and he focuses on entertainment, books, and movies. Nabraz, thanks for being on the show today.
No, Honor, first of all, thank you so much for inviting us. It's a pleasure.
This is great. Oh, I think you just froze that. So go ahead. Sorry, I didn't hear that last bit.
So thank you so much for inviting us. It's a pleasure being here. We're all excited here. And yeah.
I love it. I love your backdrop. That's a nice backdrop.
Yeah.
So your entertainment and books and movies. So which one is first, books or movies?
So what I do is some books, and sometimes I do movies, and sometimes I do TV shows. And it's not always I do all three of these subjects. I can also do places in Halton. Once I did great places to go in Halton. I did that, and I do much more.
And what is kind of the focus of what you do? Like, tell our viewers exactly. Do you sort of go and you watch the movies and tell people? But you tell us, what do you do with these books and movies and TV shows? Oh, you're muted?
Yeah.
So I'm sorry, go ahead again.
I couldn't hear your last question.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, so I'll ask you again. So what is your main focus when it comes to the movies and books and television? What do you like to tell people?
So I like to tell various of movies, shows, because as you all know, everyone is different in our Youth Connect, right? Not every. Sometimes I can do Marvel movies, sometimes I can do DC, and sometimes I can do books of various books, not every kind of genre. And and I feel great that I know everyone in Youth Connect, the audience, so I can see what everyone likes. They chat with us at the end of the show. They tell us what they like, and then I do it next week, every show.
Do you like? Are you big on comics? Do you like Marvel and DC? So that's what you said. You like the comic books. Is that one of your focuses?
Star Wars. A lot of audiences in Youth Connect like Star Wars, so I do that.
That's good. I like Star Wars too. How about now? What are some of your favorite TV shows that you like to cover?
Once I did. It's on Netflix. That's a good show. It's a mystery show in suspense, which I like, and a lot of people do like that. And I did that. I do a lot of different genre shows, so not a lot of people can say, "Oh, why are you doing the same show?" I do different shows, different kind of genres.
Do you do any comedy shows?
No, not yet. But if
I would like if you could do maybe for me do a Big Bang Theory. You know Big Bang Theory at all?
Yeah,
that's a
of
good
course.
show.
Yeah,
that's a fun show.
Awesome.
That's a fun show.
That's a good show. Yeah.
That's a good show. And how about books? Can you tell us about some of the favorite books that you've covered?
So some of the books I have covered is Six of Crows. The book is about six thieves that's books. I cannot remember right now, but I have done different genres as well.
That's like great. So
right.
So you're like a review member. That's good. I like that. Like you review books and entertainment and television shows. That's what, and so every week you go on the Friday show and you give an update of what's going on in the film and television and movie world, right?
Exactly, entertainment. Every Wednesday or Tuesday, I prepare my script. I research different topics, different genres and TV shows, and I research. Then on Friday, I present them to my audience.
Can you tell us? Can you give us one sort of thing that is really hot right now? One thing that you'd like to feature coming up Friday? Is there something that's hot in the news right now?
Marvel's Falcon and the it's very hot. Everyone's watching that. And there's also Star Wars news that I'm going to do. And you never know. Something can come out on Tuesday, on Thursday, for example. I'm doing the show on Friday, and on Thursday, some big news comes up. So I never know, and I can include that too. So you never know about that.
This is so great. You know what you guys are doing, all you guys? You guys are opening up a whole new platform of people for us, like the youth. You guys are just have so much excitement, so much passion. It's just wonderful. So I want to thank you, Nabraz. I want to thank you for being on today. We're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to come back with Kevin, and then we're going to finish the show with Jeffrey. So I hope everybody is enjoying the show today. We see lots of comments. Please share, please promote. This is a really debut show as we're showcasing abilities. We're showcasing the autism community. We're showcasing the disability channel. Stay tuned. This is so exciting. We'll be back in 2 minutes with our next guest, Kevin, and we're going to talk Canadian news and weather. So stay tuned. We'll be back with Suite 303.
The things that haven't been done before, those are the things to try. Columbus dreamed of an unknown shore at the rim of the far-flung sky, and his heart was bold and his faith was strong as he ventured in dangers new, and he paid no heed to the jeering throng or the fears of the doubting crew. The many will follow the beaten track with guideposts on the way. They live and have lived for ages back with a chart for every day. Someone has told them it's safe to go on the road he has traveled o'er, and all that they ever strive to know are the things that were known before. A few strike out without map or chart, where never a man has been. From the beaten paths they draw apart to see what no man has seen. There are deeds they hunger alone to do. Though battered and bruised and sore, they blaze the path for the many who do nothing not done before. The things that haven't been done before are the tasks worthwhile today. Are you one of the flock that follows, or are you one that shall lead the way? Are you one of the timid souls that quail at the jeers of a doubting crew, or dare you, whether you win or fail, strike out for a goal that's new?
So again, welcome to Suite 303. I'm Jay Stoyan, and we're talking to the team from Youth Connect. We just had a wonderful interview with Nabraz, and now we're going to interview Kevin, who's in charge of the Canadian news and weather. So Kevin, thank you for being on the show today.
Thank you. Great to meet you, Jay.
Really appreciate
thanks for having me.
Thank you.
Yes, I'm 100% appreciate it.
So tell us a little bit about your role on the Youth Connect team, and then I'll just do a couple follow-up questions.
I read throughout the Canadian news, weather, and COVID news.
Which is very important. So give us a couple of examples of what you report on when it comes to the Canadian news.
I have learned to research and organize information for my news broadcast. My PowerPointing skills, my scripting skills, my technology also have all improved. So my reading is now more clear and effective.
That's great, Kevin. And can you tell us about, when it comes to Canadian news, can you tell us a few of your interests? Like, what do you like to cover?
Most likely the COVID news was more important.
Oh, that's very, very important. Can you share a little bit of it? Sorry.
And including weather as well.
Including weather. Can you share a little bit with us about some of the COVID information that you found out that I think would be very important for our viewers, if you want to share?
Vaccinations.
Vaccinations, eh?
Yeah.
And how did you get interested in covering the weather? How come you're a weather guy? What happened there? How do you get interested in that?
I was doing entertainment news back then,
And you
and
just
now I ended up doing the Canadian news.
okay. So regarding the weather, what is your favorite season?
It's a good question. My favorite season has to be fall.
And why would that be?
Yeah, it has to be September.
Oh yeah? Oh, that's nice. And how about which one do you like the least?
I would say summer.
Summer? Too hot?
June. Yeah.
Too hot? Let's get back to the Canadian news. Can you share a couple stories that you've shared with the viewers recently that you'd like to maybe talk about? Is there anything in the Canadian news that you'd like to talk about today?
The minister admired the 4-week shutdown.
Okay, yeah, I guess COVID is really the front and center for all the news, right?
Yeah.
And how are you dealing with it personally with your family?
We ended up staying in quarantine. So we quarantined ourselves and we went to the virtual classes that I attended every single year.
So before COVID hit, this is actually an interesting question, and I guess you can answer it, Kevin, but I guess everybody could answer this. So before COVID hit, did you guys actually get together in person?
Yes. Yeah,
you did.
Absolutely.
And where would that happen?
It's only a Project Autism.
So there would be an office in Halton. Is that where you guys would all meet up at somebody's house, or?
Yes. We had an office in Mississauga.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
And hopefully when COVID ends, you guys will be doing that again, right?
Yes, in person.
So tell us a little bit about your show, because I don't think anybody. Tell us a little bit about where people and when can people see your show? What day is it on? What time is it on? And then because we're gonna post it and all that for you guys. So can you tell our viewers when your show airs?
It will air at 9th of April. This will be the 30th episode.
So it airs every Friday, does it?
Yes, absolutely. Every Friday at 3:30.
And where could people find it? Are you guys posting that afterwards, sort of thing? You guys will post that?
Supposed to be posted on YouTube.
Okay, that's great. So, and you can just find it by Youth Connect. Well, Kevin, I really want to thank you, and we're really going to be looking towards you to get some Canadian news and weather updates, because you know everybody likes to see the weather updates. So hopefully no more snow. Don't bring us any more snow. I think we're done with the snow.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, that's great, Kevin. I really appreciate it. What we're going to do, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back with our last guest, but not our least guest, just our last guest. We're going to come back with Jeffrey. We're going to talk music, and then he's got a special way to take us out. So I want to thank the 4 guests for being on the show today. We're going to take another quick break, and we're going to come back with Jeffrey, and we're going to talk music. So stay tuned, and we'll be back with Sweet 303.
Hi, this is Dave Stevens with the Disability Channel.
An inability to break out. I'm sitting by the door on the 2nd floor, losing my 7-year war. It's not an illusion, so why the exclusion?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's about you. So.
You say you're a disability dynamo.
Joining me, and welcome to this beautiful Travelers Championship.
I only want one accolade from you.
So my story is unique, it's amazing, but it's not anything that you guys don't have inside of you. I'm not a hero, I'm not anybody special. I'm just this guy without legs that went out, and I just did it.
Stats outweigh the Democrats, the diplomats, and the bureaucrats.
This is probably your first interview down on the ground on your butt and stuff like that?
First time ever,
All
baby.
right.
Eliminate and validate
Stay with us and the Disability Channel.
Welcome back to Suite 303. We're just about home. We're in the last stretch here, so we're really excited. As we have on from Youth Connect, we have on Jeffrey, our musical genius. So Jeffrey, thanks for coming on the show today. Really appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
This is exciting. So you now are the music part of Youth Connect. And what does that mean? Tell us what that means.
That means I play songs at the end of Youth Connect. I do a lot of covers and stuff. I play Bob Marley songs and Beatles, and I've been inspired by those artists, so I'm happy to perform them.
That's great, Jeff. That's exciting. Now, so when they bring you on, do you also talk music, or you just go right into playing?
I go right into play.
Okay, but before you do that, because I do want to get you to play, and I know you just mentioned a couple of great names like the Beatles. Who are some of your inspirations? So the Beatles, you said.
Mm-hmm.
And who else?
Bob Marley.
Bob Marley. Now,
mm-hmm.
Guitar. Tell people how tough guitar is to learn.
It was tough for me when I first started, but I've been practicing. Now I'm professional now.
How long have you been playing?
I've been playing since ever since the young age.
So 10 years maybe, or something like that, or more?
Maybe more than 10 years, maybe 5 years old when I first started.
Wow. And how often do you practice?
Every day.
Every day.
Yeah.
So you can do all the chords and all the frets and all the strings and everything like that, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, do you just play acoustic, or do you play guitar, electric, or anything like that?
I play electric as well.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
That's exciting. Yeah. I know, because I love music and I appreciate artists so much, and I understand, because actually I'm kind of doing it myself. And I understand how tough it is to learn to play an instrument. It is really, really tough. So why don't we do this? Why don't you play a little bit of a cover for me, and then we're going to finish it off with your original.
Sure.
So maybe play 10 to 15 seconds of a cover, your choice, and then we'll stop it there. And then I'd like you to end it out with your original.
All right.
All right.
Could you be loved and be loved? Love and be loved.
We want to thank the team. We want to thank Jeffrey for taking us out with the music. Jeff, we could talk all day about music. We love you guys. This is so good. And what I want to do before we let you guys go is I want to make a big announcement, as the Youth Connect team will be joining our Today Show in Halton. Every time we're on the air, you're going to see these guys with different segments with either music or animals or news or weather or books or entertainment, gaming. So we want to thank everybody. Again, you're going to be seeing Youth Connect within the Today Show, TDC Today Show in Halton. So we want to thank everybody. Please do check out their site. Go to Youth Connect YouTube. Support them. They're wonderful people. They're showcasing autism, which is beautiful. So thank you, guys. Thank you for being on the show today. We really appreciate it. Until next time, we'll see you again. Okay? Bye-bye now.
Goodbye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.